Hey, wonderful people, a pleasant evening to you, my beauties. You know, my heart was just warmed. I was coming on TikTok to make a post about it, which I'm going to do afterwards. But I said I'm going to have to make one on this because I want to encourage somebody. So I'm watching two people playing live, two different nationalities. Yeah, two different nationalities, two different ethnic groups. You know, one is black, one is, I don't know if it's Chinese or Korean. You kind of, they don't like when you kind of confuse them and mix them up. But forgive me, just as so them, when they say black people all look alike, whether you're of a different shade, yes or no, is the same for me with the Chinese, Koreans, Japanese. They kind of have a similar look. I don't know, honestly. But the point that I'm making, two different ethnic groups, two different backgrounds, two different socioeconomic statuses, two different upbringing. But you know what I loved about a comment that the man made? He was doing his, playing the game thingy, the match, with the woman. He's younger, she's older, she's black, he's, as I said, Chinese, Japanese, whatever it is. And he was saying, she said, oh my God, you have 2 million followers, what do you do? And he said to her, you have to stand up and dance. And she thought he probably was just kind of, in Jamaica we say going her. But no, he was actually serious. He even showed her a clipping of something that he does to get his viewership. And he has a very vibrant and flamboyant personality. Like, you'll say, I don't want to watch this guy. And I'm kind of effeminate and kind of weird and kind of flamboyant. But there is a sense, you don't get a sinister feeling. You don't get malevolence. You don't get something that is hideous in nature from him. He's just himself, very real. And he will poke fun and give trouble and all of that, but in a good sense. And the woman said, no, but I have 3 bellies. I don't want to do that. In other words, she's body shaming her own self, saying that she probably doesn't shape well, because her belly's big and whatever it is. It tantamounts to that. And he said, listen, he called her by her name. And he said, listen, you don't understand how much I love you with the 3 bellies and all. When he said that, I felt as though he was speaking to me. Not a little punchy thing yet, myself. Some make a belly. Black women, I don't know. They say the rice and the bad starch and all of that and eating late at night. Probably, because when you watch like Europeans, they tend to eat more on the vegetable side. They seem to be lean towards the vegan vegetarian side, while we in the Caribbean we lean more towards the starch. But unfortunately, it's not the good one like the yam and the coke and the dasheen and whatever else has in the natural starch. We tend to go with the rice and and all of that. So it probably helps to make our tummies. One of the first places to put on weight is the tummy. Hardest place to lose. But let me put this clause in. Somebody who is, I wouldn't say an exercise guru, but understand the basic tenets of exercise. I didn't know this. But when the person said it, I started to look out and think on some things. And I said, it is true. He was saying women are quick to lose the belly, but be sure that the fat has to come from somewhere else. And I said, fat has to come from, that don't make any sense. You're trying to lose the fat. It says the fat has to also, when you lose it, it has to still come from somewhere else to kind of fill out the rest of the body. I don't know. I don't understand the tenets of exercising. Said when women lose the belly, they also lose the butt. I said, oh my God. And I started to think about people who have very flat stomach. I'm not talking people who do BBLs now. That's a different thing. Obviously, that's artificial. We're talking naturally now. So the natural ones, not the BBLs. I said, oh my God, it's so true. So I'm saying, oh my God, I've seen it for real. Like some women who their belly look flat. I said their butt is flat as, Willy Petty, pancake, frying pan. The long time days one. I'm like, oh my God, I already don't really have that much butt, and for my butt to be flat, I'm like, belly, flat butt. Boy, since we don't have the belly, I just go on with it. I don't want it to get any bigger. Whatever little we can do, if I can, I make it flatten down a little bit, press it down a little bit, press it down a little bit more. But, so think carefully, people, about losing the belly. Maybe the belly, maybe it's contributory to us having a little butt, because, as black women, we love our butt. We love it, And when the right man is pursuing us, he's not going to compliment you on your butt, but he's going to say, woman, you look good, and you know that your butt comes into play in a sense. But away from that, beautiful people, when the guy said that, the young guy said that, it's a young guy, like he shut her down from body shame. She couldn't even body shame herself anymore. She could not even do it. He said, listen, darling. He called her by her alias name 2 or 3 times. With the 3 bellies and all, I love every part of you. He said that, you know, when a man is pursuing her, well, he was not pursuing her, but I'm just likening it onto it, like when a man is pursuing a woman and say, look here, honey bunny, flaws and all, I love you. When you're told something like that, it neutralizes the negative gene inside. It's like you can't say anything negative anymore. And I realized that the energy and the power of words, positive words to people, I felt like the guy was saying it to me because it was so sincere. He meant it. He was not fake. And I know the woman felt so good hearing that. It lifted her spirit. Now, things like that will make you want to work on your belly and say, all right, yeah, me have 3 belly, see if I can take it down to 2 and eventually to 1, hopefully with the butt not going, so that I don't necessarily have to do any BBLs and all of these things. The power of positive words. Oh my God. You know how many people want to hear somebody say to them, flaws and all, and not to say that you must not improve and become a better human being, but flaws and all, I love you. Whether you're big, fat and ugly, whether you're black, white, Indian chief, you're dark, you're whatever it is, I love every aspect of you. Oh my God. I listen to me, beautiful people. When the guy said it, I had to follow him. I never, because I said this guy's kind of flamboyant and weird. But when he said those words, it told me the character of this individual. You wouldn't, you know, because when they're on TikTok, you know, remember they will put on a show. So you have to be careful, you might misread them. But that is why it's good to watch people and get to know them and see who they are, so that you don't come with a false notion or come to false judgment, false conclusions. And that is what the Bible talks about. It says, judge not lest ye be judged. Really saying, don't come to false conclusions, you know, usually on the negative or on the side of saying something positive than saying something negative, you know, because your words hold water and they have power. Now, he spoke life into her, whether she realizes that or not. She has that in her back pocket and her front pocket. That a young guy who's slim, not ill-shaped, young guy of a different nationality, of a different ethnicity, young guy, younger than her, can look at her and say, listen, 3 bellies and all, I love every part of you. Those were his words. The words resonated in my soul as though he was speaking to me. And I realized that we need to treat people with that level of honor, that level of regard, that level of respect, and stop body shaming people. Stop always looking at the negative, you know, because the guy likes her for her. He doesn't see, yes, obviously he sees it, but bellies and all, I don't care. That doesn't matter. That's the least. It's who you are as an individual that matters to me. Not to say that you don't want to be in good health. And that part of that is that you're in the right weight and shape and everything. Obviously, you know. The guy said, 3 bellies and all, I love every part of you. I love you. Wow. Wow. I literally pressed the follow button. I literally had to do that. He doesn't even know what he has done for her when he does that. Maybe she's going through depression. Maybe she suffers deep within from low self-esteem, and he lifted her. And there is a self-esteem issue because she said she wouldn't want to stand up to dance to get the followers because of her belly. It speaks to not accepting where she's at. The man said, listen, I don't care about that. I love you for who you are. Wow. Wow. Oh my goodness. So there's somebody who loved the little paunch. So not me. I know it was me he was talking with, but I'm saying that he was so authentic that I felt his authenticity as though he were speaking to me. And I'm encouraging all of us to do the very same. Impart positive words to people. You never know what it will do for them. Guys, you know what to do with TikTok and YouTube. Subscribe and give one of them lion. Please, 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 please.